She's
next
totally
topic
fake.
we wanted to hit on was, what's the hardest part about podcasting for each of you? You know, we talk about a lot of this off mic sometimes, what we expect it to be, what it is, and all of that. So I want to know how y'all feel about that. And do you subscribe to all content, or should stuff be organic?
Well, I've been doing this for almost a year now. So what I would like to do, I would like to let somebody who just been introduced to this for a couple months speak on it. Red, go ahead.
You could have said Red go first a lot quicker than that.
Nah, but because I've been doing it for a long time, so
Okay.
I see certain things that she might have not see because
Way to draw it out. So you let her go first.
So
Go
I
ahead,
let her
Red.
go first.
All right. I know I only been doing this recently, but I've been here a few times.
Yeah, for the
quite
episodes.
a few episodes behind the scenes, and everything is a learning process. Like, there's always room to improve something. Like, oh, I could do this better, or like, it's always room to make something better. So it's like if you really into it, like if you really put your time into it, it'll pay off, and I feel like it's paying off.
Yeah, I feel like it's paying off too. How you feel, Dallas? Our jury is definitely changing.
Get
I feel
money.
like it's
You
paying
got
off.
money. Get it off.
That's not what he's
No,
talking about.
I just said what's
Yeah, nah,
The
that's
obvious.
important though. But like, I would say it definitely is. But yeah, the hardest part probably is the whole acclimation part, getting used to it. Because I'll be honest, before we started one episode, I did think it was pretty easy. Like, because it looks like it's just talking. Like, when I see people doing it, it looks like it's just people talking. But I realize that's the good podcast. I listen to good podcasts. That's what makes it good, is it seems seamless. It's just people kicking it, having a conversation, and letting you in on it. But you can't achieve that the same way when you're sitting and recording for an audience, the same way you can when you're just sitting and kicking it with your peoples in the living room. You know what I'm saying? So after we started doing it, I realized, like, oh, okay, there's a little bit of a difference. We have to present this a little bit differently, you know what I'm saying, for the audience. So I would say that's one of the harder parts, is trying to figure out what
people want to listen to.
exactly, you know what I mean?
Now, can I tell you the hardest part for me?
Showing up.
Yeah, shut up.
Definitely.
Yeah. On a serious note, the hardest part for me is people who fuck with you that don't support you. That's the hardest part for me. Like, you can't
Speak
talk
on
to
it.
me every day. We can't, we can't text each other. Or I can't, we check on each other every day. But at the same time, it takes nothing for you to see me post something on Facebook and you not share it or like it. That's the hardest part for me, because family and everything.
So you
like,
think getting it out there, which I do agree with you, is a very
you're getting out
difficult.
Yes, definitely. But like I said, the people who we are close with don't.
You thought it would have
if,
been
if
a
you
little
don't
more.
support me, like if you could watch, no offense to any other podcast, like you could watch a $1 Million Game, or you could watch Drink Champs, or Queens Flip. I fucks with all of them. I watch them, me personally, but I also watch my podcast to see what I can do
as you
different or
should, what
better.
to improve on.
But like I said, at the end of the day, like, if we supposed to be family and friends and close relatives and this and that, or you fuck with me or you work with me and it's nothing for you to listen to it, because we're not just talking nonsense. Like, we're talking about stuff that's going on in the
real
world.
life,
that-
yeah.
That's the hardest part for me, because it's not like that's the hardest part for me. That's my opinion.
But some people don't care, and they don't want to see you win, so they don't care what you do. Like, oh, they could be hating because they're not part of it, or like
Mm-hmm.
people
For
just
me.
I
hate to
agree.
hate for no reason. So
Yeah. See,
Can I ask you a question though, G's?
ask me a question, my brother.
Does that surprise you?
Yeah.
Like, before it did?
Yeah, you know why it surprised me?
Yeah.
Because if they was doing it, I would support them in
Yeah.
any way I could get. I'm not saying that they got to be like me, but if one of my homeboys or somebody who I consider my brother
Is doing something.
is doing something. I'm supporting him
You're
100%.
gonna show it love,
Like that's
yeah.
it. Like it takes nothing to you posted something on Facebook. I like and I
takes
couldn't
2
share
seconds,
it. It was
yeah.
something like
to like or share it.
share, like. That it takes nothing for somebody to just
Yeah.
because let
And
me
you're
tell you
right
something
about- he's
crazy.
right.
I'm gonna tell you something crazy. I'm not just talking about my friends or my family. I'm talking about people who I know.
In general.
I'm gonna say the men that I know. When that girl posts a picture of her bathing suit with the big chest and the cake back there, everybody
Speak
like
on it, you know.
I
Thousands.
seen a girl the other day. She had 7,600 likes. I said she just got a black dress on. That's just me
I know.
personally.
I know.
I didn't like it. I looked at it, so that's what's up. Cool. She looked all right. Whatever. All right.
I be having to tell myself, I'll be scrolling and I'll be like, yo, I'll put like mad time into making a video, whatever clip of the things we did and get whatever likes it get. Then I'll just see a shorty posting thousands of likes. I'll be like, the fuck?
Fuck.
But I can't say that. That's hate. But I'll be like, yo,
But
but I'll be hating for a second though. Like, yo,
but
she
the
didn't do nothing.
But the reality is, there's no content of her. Of her posting a picture in her bathing suit because there are so many women on Facebook, Instagram, and any social media platform with bathing suits.
I know, but
And
the
they
algorithm
always
gonna feed it to
they
you.
always get all these likes. But I'm your brother, or I'm a friend, or not even a friend, or somebody you just know me. It's like, oh, he's doing this. Oh, let me just
Yeah,
it takes
because that's
nothing.
different. Yeah, because your
That-
friends
that's-
is totally
that's the
different
hardest
from
thing about-
random strangers. Yeah,
That's the hardest
a
thing about
different
the
conversation.
podcast.
But it be the strangers that will support you
I
over your
know.
own
It's
people.
all of them.
Like it be the people that be around you will not
I
support
know.
you, but somebody
I
be
know.
like, "Oh, that's what's up."
That's it.
You got a card or something, and
Yeah, that's it.
how it starts.
Red, it's always the people who don't know you that's going to support you.
Of course,
The people around you sometimes they be like, "Yo," and then sometimes I think like maybe because they're not a part of it, but I'm gonna speak to dollars. We was willing to give before we started this podcast. We said, "Yo," we reached out to like, "Yo, who want to do it with the, who want to sit down on this couch?"
As with
every
everything,
week?
yeah.
People say, "Oh, they too busy or they gotta work," which I understand because I gotta work. So we made it convenient. So it's every other week. So
Yeah.
it's no excuse, bro. Like when we sat down and we discussed this podcast, we said it to all our friends. Like we're gonna try to accommodate everybody. Like, yo, who with it? If you could do it, you could do it. Now, I know some of my friends is gonna see this and they're gonna feel a certain kind of way. But if you feel a kind of certain way, I'm probably talking about you. If you don't feel a certain kind of way, I'm not talking about you.
Yeah,
So don't take it no kind of way
If the
because
shoe
you're still my
fits.
brother.
Yeah, right. And don't ask me to edit this out because I
Right?
can't edit it all out. It's a lot, so I can't. But
no. Hold,
No,
hold,
but you ain't saying nothing wrong.
Hold. I'm sitting on this shit 10 toes down.
yeah, no, you
At the end of the
you
day,
haven't said anything wrong.
At
Like,
the end of the day,
in all
this don't
seriousness,
need
you
to be
haven't said
edited.
anything wrong.
What I said is what I said, and I stand by it. My mother,
that's the crackhead
which is
upstairs
an
if
older
y'all hear her,
woman, and my
sorry.
father, they watch my podcast. I know I'm their
Guest
sons,
appearance.
and they might not. Fact, and they don't agree with it. But everything I say, but at the same time, they say, "That's my son."
Yeah, comment. it. I see it.
I'm
Listen,
gonna watch it.
listen,
That's it.
even if people don't say, we see, we know. If you
Yeah,
do
we know.
anything, you know who supports you and who don't. But I always say, it's like how they say there's stages of grief. There's stages of when you're doing something and your people, your friends, whatever. There's the, oh, listen, I'm about to do this venture. And then there's the, oh, okay, that's what's up. Then they hit you with the, I see you, when it starts to pick
Yeah.
up a little bit. That's
Yeah.
the next, I see you. Then after that, the next step is when you done made it, and then they tell you how you changed and you ain't really try to help
And
nobody.
you're
and all
supposed
shit.
to change.
Yeah, like, but that's when they say that.
Yeah.
Never mind the first two levels
Yeah.
when they wasn't.
When they wasn't around.
Yeah, so that's how
Yeah.
it goes.
It's a messed up situation because everybody want to get down, but they don't want to get down with the groundwork. But it's so good.
That be the
though.
thing with a lot
So
of things.
good.
So before we move on real quick, I wanted to just ask the content or stuff being organic, what you subscribe to. You think it should be organic or
I think it should be organic. I don't think it should be scripted. I feel like it's weird. The dialogue is weird when it's scripted. Now it's different when you plan like, oh, we're gonna talk about this, but organically you talking about how you feel or you're speaking on something. But scripted, it's like, that's how I feel about Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, that's a fact. And yeah, I know I'm a fan of Love and Hip Hop, so I definitely know that. But it's I like it. I like it being organic. I like us just shooting stuff out and catching us off guard. And not really off guard because we definitely do discuss the subjects, so we all can agree on like what's important. But I like the fact that on our podcast we talk about things that's going on in life now, like. That's what I like about it. That's what like we talking about things that's everybody can relate to and that's in the news, and that's what I like about our podcast, bro.
Yeah, so I wanted to say on that real quick before we move on. Like, I definitely think things should be organic. Like, yeah, you could just post anything for content and make it good, but like I said, once you start doing stuff like that, then that's going to be expected all the time. You got to keep up on that. Exactly.
Yeah, it's not believable.
And it's not believable. Eventually, people will call you out on your BS. So that's how I feel about that. And the second thing is that far as like what's hard and growing, you said like we talk now, but yeah, remember when we first started, there was nothing. We would get here and right before the show, we would say, within 30 minutes, like, we're going to talk about this, like this, and just
it made it
start.
Yo.
But that's organic. And over time, we started to work like, all right, maybe we should figure out what we want to talk about at the very least before we come in here trying to get it together a little bit. But
it would take hours too. It would take hours.
Yeah. We would spend a lot of time just doing that. But the show is organic. We're gonna start going live, y'all, when we get that together, because what you hear in audio form is pretty much 99% of what happens in the living room. You know what I'm saying? There might be a bleep here or a bleep there sometimes that I gotta throw in, which I pretty much seeing what you get. So when we figure it out, we're gonna go live for sure.
You already.
So piggybacking off of that, a little subset of that.